Two Brothers Comics, the best show on, I almost said Facebook. Holy moly, guacamole, what is wrong with me? But anywho's, you guys are in for a treat tonight, is all I'm trying to let you know. So, do me a big favor, hit the like button while the intro plays, but the BABBLE-ON's beginning soon. Well, I have no clue where Dustin is, but I'm live, and that's all that matters. He should be on in just a minute. But look, guys, I got my Tim Smith moonshiner hat on. I got my bottle of moonshine. I should never watch moonshiners again, but yeah, it's a good show. You guys should check it out. Hopefully, Dustin will be on in just a second. But I know we were late. I was actually expecting Dustin already be live by the time I got up here, but that's all good. So we'll be on for just a little bit. What up, Nosh? I'm back in the building. My Ford pickup with black head, black tinted windows, dressed in all black, up to no good. I make my to the stairs, creep up 5 flights. Security guard dropping innocent bystanders, using sleeper chokes when need to, making to my 2 Bro show. Can't miss it, can't be late, fighting for that front row seat. That's what's up, Nosh. Always a good time when you're around. Kyle, hope everything's going okay. Alan, the new co-host to the Shop Talk. I was gonna go by the shop to the there he is. Did you fall asleep?
No, I damn sure wanted to though.
I bet, dude. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I like this setup. It's looking good.
Yeah, I got the new table in here. Got rid of the desk, so
I like the way it looks.
Yep, we're getting there. Now I have 3 of these things up here.
Don't worry. Dustin, did you ever watch Moonshiners?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to show you. I was trying to mess with you today with the hat. It's my new work hat here. I'll show it in just a second, but let me see. If you ever watched Moonshiners, you guys will know what I'm talking about.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen it in passing. Can't say that I've ever just sat down and enjoyed it.
But anyways, Alan, so what I wanted to do was come by the shop today. Didn't get a chance because I was working. I went and got Ellie a new chimenea, and we did some marshmallows, and I installed a ceiling fan outside, which did not help because my dumb self, it's 90 degrees outside today, right, Dustin? And with Ellie's playground, all she wants to do is be out there in the playground in her pool. Mm-hmm. It is 1,000 degrees. So I was like, well, let's go get a fireplace, an outdoor fire pit. We'll do some marshmallows tonight, and then I'll smoke something on the smoker. So while I have this fire pit going right there next to the patio and the smoker at 400 degrees, I'm up in the ceiling trying to get the ceiling fan up. Dude, just terrible idea. It was so hot.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I've been doing all day. So I was going to go by the shop. And what I wanted to do is Haven Comics, Josh, he has this new show he's doing on Thursdays called Shop Talk, which I'm going to take like partial credit for naming it because we were there last weekend. We were sitting around the table and I was like, dude, this is like what you need to do. It's like a barbershop type talk. Right. Because it would be perfect. And he was like, a shop talk. I was like, yeah, comic shop talk. Yeah. So that's what he named it. But I want to go up there and shoot him and kind of just making him an intro and do like some B-roll of people there at the shop talking and make it kind of fancy and make it specific for that show, but never got a chance to. Yeah. But I'll do it at some point. I think it'd be cool for him. I like doing cool stuff like that for Josh. And if he likes it, great. If not, then it won't hurt my feelings. It was something cool for me to try. Man, I don't know where they're at. They're always so damn late, though. I tell you that much. Oh, man, Trinity. Hey, look, if you unsubscribe just for the ISOM talk, I am going to do a full-blown video on that. $2 million+. What? Do you know anything about this? Oh, no. We'll talk about it then. I'll get my hair fixed and maybe I'll clip it instead of doing a single video, but we'll see. Dustin is going to go live and whatnot again. See, I was here first, guys. I know we are a bunch of divas.
I was definitely not going live on Whatnot again.
What up, Devo?
That shit went terrible yesterday. You know it's bad when you got like 7, 8 people in there and only one enters the giveaway.
What's up, Thomas?
What's up?
What's going on, Dan? Dan, I'm going to talk a little bit of Spider-Man tonight. Modern comics just not going too well.
Dan had one for the ages last night. He went one-on-one with me, all Sabretooth covers. I had to whoop that ass, but he brought some killer stuff. I was worried for a minute, I'll be honest.
All right. James, come on. I know you like the hat. I know you like the hat. Don't act like you don't like the hat. All right, so this is what I'm talking about, guys. And then we're going to go to comics, I swear, so don't leave just because I'm showing this funny picture. There we go. Chrome tab. Boom. There we go.
Yeah, I've seen that guy. Okay.
So it's Tim. His name's Tim Smith. He's a moonshiner. And he actually started his own legal distillery, Climax Moonshine. It's the city.
Okay.
But it's the stupid hat he wears and these same exact overalls with no shirt. So Sky's like, we're going to get you the overalls and you can. But I saw this hat at Lowe's when I was getting a ceiling fan for my second trip.
Yeah, I've got one of those I use when I'm cutting the grass and stuff.
Oh, man. I'm just now realizing the M is totally crooked. No matter what I'm doing here, it is so off. But anyways, that's the look I'm going for. Just roll with it for a minute. Yeah, no, Pickle's lame. Let's see. No, do the video. Okay, I'll do a video. I am actually... We'll talk about Isom for sure. If you don't know what it is, we'll talk about it. What's up? What's up?
I went to Dave's today.
Oh, how that? Well, first off, all right. So, and what up, Bleecker Street? I think I said hello earlier, but just in case. James
gonna be the next guy I gotta fight, man.
So James, basically, Whatnot, man. Nobody's spending any money, or everybody's in just what it seems like the biggest shows, but it's so saturated right now. And this is from every angle. We're in a reseller group that's outside of just comics, and everybody's like, nobody's joining the shows anymore. Nobody's buying.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to John at the shop yesterday about this, and I mean, it's not even just like the Whatnot in general. Like, there's got to like right now, we've got to have more people selling comic books than there's ever been in the history of this medium. I mean, it caught fire last year, and then it's like now everybody's a comic book seller, and I know, like, I wasn't selling comic books, last summer, but in all fairness, this entire YouTube channel started because of what we were doing on Facebook to begin with, and it's just like, man, like the market is so saturated, just completely with sellers right now that it's I mean, unless you've been doing it for a while and you have a built up customer base, I mean, it's tough right now to move stuff. And I mean, because I was and we talked a little bit about it last week. I know I was doing really, really good up until about 2-3 months ago, and then it was just like everything went new.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna stick with it for a little while though. I mean, I'll keep. I mean, I made like $50 yesterday in an hour. I mean, that I wouldn't have made that $50 if I was just sitting around twiddling my thumbs or whatever. But the only thing that gets frustrating, and I was talking to Britt about it today, because he's fixing to do his first sale tomorrow. It gets frustrating when you spend like 2-3 hours putting a sale together to log in 150 something books.
Yeah.
And you get 20 people in there and you're begging for them to look in the store and see if there's something you want me to run. And nobody says a word. And I'm like, okay, like, and I'm sitting here thinking in my head, like not to sound like a dick, but I'm like, you tuned into this, you clicked on this show for a reason. Like, there has to be something you came here to to look for. That's the part that, like,
maybe people just find you entertaining.
I mean, and if so, like, that's fine. I've even asked, like, yo, like, are you guys like if you're like are you here just to hang out, or like, what's up? I mean, like, I can't fathom why you would just sit here for an hour looking at the screen and just refuse to speak up and say, hey, can you run this or can you run that? And I'm like, I'll put together stuff in lots. I can put like 10 books in a Gemini, and then you can only pay shipping one time, and you know, you get a better deal on the shipping. Like, what do I need to do to help, you know, get you guys this? And not a word said. And then when I did the giveaway, one person entered. I was like, all right, well, I'm out, guys. Y'all take it easy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, Bleak, I hear you, man. Same here, dude. Like, that's why I like the cover title, man, because, you know, it's like there's not as much pressure. You know what I'm saying? It's just showing cool cover art. Like, that's all it is. Like, you don't have to. I was before Tony was the longest cover champion. I was, and man, I held on to that thing as long as I could because it's the most fun one to have because you don't have to spend a hell of a lot of money to win it. I mean, I pulled out a freaking book that's probably not even worth cover price anymore, and I mean, it's just a fantastic cover. I mean, you can win with stuff like that, so it's fun.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, but yeah, I mean, a lot of it is inflation. Food's so expensive. Gas is outrageous. I mean, what's up, Gabriel? Glad you're back. We want justice.
Yeah, it's like Dan said, you know, we're, you know, it would appear that we are headed towards a recession and inflation period, and I don't know that I agree with Dan on people being worried. I don't see a hell of a lot of people worried as you know, like I know there's some worry inside of me, but I don't think a lot of people are. I think a lot of people are just like, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be fine.
No, it's not. But you know, people's pockets are tight as a whole. I mean, it doesn't matter what's going on. So
the good news is, like I posted on Instagram this week, I noticed on Elite Comics on Instagram, probably the biggest seller on Instagram in comics that I'm aware of. We saw 2 Ultimate Fallout 4s sell this week, which had to be for both of them, for a CGC and a CBCS. It had to be like an absolute lowest sale since they hit $3,000 earlier this year before Lexington, when we sat here with Justin and he was saying he was going to buy one in a 9.8 because he was worried it was going to keep going up. And I said, don't buy that book right now, bro. I'm telling you, it's going to come down. Yep. He didn't listen. He didn't buy the 9.8, but
if it hits if somehow stuff starts dropping like 750 to 1,000 on those, I'll start racking those up.
Yeah, because the thing is, like I said, you know, you saw CGC 9.8 sell for like 2,200, and then a CBCS 9.8 sold for under 2,000, and I'm like, you know, it sucks for people that are trying to move books, but if you are still able to purchase books right now, if you still got a little bit of FU money laying around that you can just spend on some books, and you got some Grail books that you've been looking after, bro, these next few months that we're heading into, I mean, it is time. I mean, that's why we're continuing to see these huge books move. We talked about it last week. You know, these big, huge monster books are still moving because,
hey, Kenneth,
those people are not affected by anything that's going on right now. They got plenty of FU money, and they are salivating at the opportunity to buy these AF-15s and ASM ones and Hulk ones and X-Men ones. So I know I'm still, you know, kind of focusing on just building up some revenue so that I've got some money to start turning and burning into some bigger books. But yeah, I mean, if you still have the ability to purchase right now, it's a great time. It's a great time. It is the opposite of last summer. How crazy is that, man? You and I sat here and did a video last summer because it seemed like every time you or I said anything on any platform about the fact that books were going sky high because we were getting these checks in, and, you know, all the stuff that was affecting the market. And you and I spoke many times about it being an unsustainable market this time last year. I mean, everything was flying through the roof, and we both sat and got ringed constantly on other channels. Like, a lot of them didn't even know we had seen the videos, but you and I, we snuck in and caught a few of them. So we decided to do a video about books that we thought could sustain once a correction would happen. And we never claimed that there was going to be a crash or anything. We said we knew a correction was coming. And if you didn't see that, if you really honestly thought in your head that what was going on this time last year was something that was just the new normal, which I hate that entire phrase, then like I don't even know, man. Like, there's no way that a sane person could have thought that was going to continue on. And even the books that you and I said in that video that we thought could sustain through a correction, those books have even dropped 20, 30, 40%. I mean, I think
everything as a whole, right?
Yeah.
I mean, AF-15s are dropping significantly all the way down to Submariner 1s. I mean,
yeah,
it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, that's another great thing too. Like, when's the last time you saw a huge character confirmed for a major Marvel film and the keys did nothing?
Yep.
Submariner keys have done nothing. And I know that because I have them and I already sold them because they didn't move. And I got a little worried and I was like, I don't want to hold on to them any longer. But the books, if anything, they went down.
Yep.
And the confirmation that Submariner's in Black Panther, nobody cares. And there'll be people out there that say, well, it's because it's Submariner. I'm like, dude, there's been people got crazy about freaking Star Fox. Like, don't tell me it's because it's Submariner, all right? Because there's a bunch of no-name shit characters out there whose books have blown up for less confirmation than we have with Submariner, which is an A-list character. And the books have done nothing. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy, man.
For sure. So, Yogo-san, so what do you mean by crack? Like, if you crack it open, or just the slab itself is cracked a little bit? Because if it's cracked a little bit, you can send it back to them and they'll reholder it. Now, if you crack it straight up, pull it out of the case.
Yeah. Like, if it's cracked to the point that the book can be pulled out. Yeah. If it's cracked to the point that the book, that there's any question that you could have swapped the book, then yeah, that might be an issue. But
dude, right now CBCS's turnaround times really for the last year, it's bad, and their customer service is bad.
Yeah. John's finally just now getting books back from CGC that were sent off a year ago.
Wow.
I mean, I just got back. Remember all those Spider-Man books I sent for Mike? I picked those up yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He got like 17 boxes shipped to him over the last week. And the books that I sent from that video you and I did when I was sending to CGC, you were sending to CBCS, those, I still don't have those back. I mean, I mean, but then again, I have probably sent off and received over 50 books in the last 2 months.
But you fast tracked them.
Right. And I also think it's like, I kind of explained it before. I think that you've got a group at CGC that is working on the major backlog, and you have the new people they've hired that are working on stuff as it's coming in and keeping that under control.
Oh, Frogman. I love it so much. When he shows up in Spider-Man, like, that's what we're missing, right, from the current run of Spider-Man, is just really cool, fun stuff like that.
And good writers and artists.
Yeah, well, yeah. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Let's see. If you die in 1 year, how was waiting 1 year justified? Why keep using those people? Yeah, unless you're fast tracking to either company, I mean, it's taken forever for sure. So, all right, let me see.
Yeah, I fast track everything. Everything gets fast tracked. And the only reason why I'm fast tracking is because I'm, the books that I'm sending, I bought to press clean and get graded, hit those 9/8, and then move them. So I'm not going to keep my money tied up.
All right. Well, let's jump into the first topic then. San Diego Comic-Con rumors is something you put up here. Wait,
are we going to show off the stuff we picked up first?
Or yeah, go ahead, because I didn't pick up anything because I didn't get a chance to go to the shop this week. All I got is a hat.
So today, Britt and I went to the Southern Fried Gaming Expo in Atlanta, and I'd never been to it. It was pretty cool. I'm not a huge video game guy, so he found more pleasure in most of it than I did, just because I didn't know what a lot of it was. It was so many pinball machines. Like, a lot of the old arcades were cool, but the pinball machines, like, I saw some that I was like, oh, that looks really cool, but I was just like I've never played pinball, so it didn't like get me all excited or anything. But like, I understand, like, some of that shit was like really old, really cool stuff. But the coolest thing was, I see out of the corner of my eye, there's a booth with Mortal Kombat stuff. So obviously I'm like, okay. And I've got my Mortal Kombat shirt on. I've got my hat, everything. I'm rocking it. And the guy looks and noticed my shirt. He said, "Hey, that's my art." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Dude, that's my art." So I got to meet Paul Niemeyer. I don't know.
Show the
He's the
card. Let me see.
original artist for the Mortal Kombat logo.
Oh yeah,
And
I don't know. Nemeyer maybe.
yeah, so he did the dragon and he did the Mortal Kombat trade dress thing right there. It's not trade dress, but he literally is the artist who did this. He has the original art still for the first video game and everything.
Whoa.
Like, it's crazy, man. And apparently, just a couple of days ago, Warner Brothers sent him a cease and desist letter that he cannot be selling their Mortal Kombat stuff. And anything he has profited on over the entire time he's been doing this, they want all the money or something like that. Like, it's crazy. But long story short, I left my store folio at home. I forgot it. Had it packed in my backpack. Forgot my backpack. And I'm sitting here telling this guy, like, I've got these Mortal Kombat comics, dude. I would love to have you sign the freaking #1 with the big dragon on it. And I literally had one that was stuck in the front of my store folio. It's been there since I bought it. Like, I had nothing. But what's cool is he said I could hit him up on the phone or email him and send them to him, and he'll get me taken care of. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to getting that done. That was super cool, like, to run into somebody like that. Let's see. Oh, you know what?
Austin LeMay, what's up, brother? It's been a long time, man. Hope you're doing okay.
I left all my pickups in the other room.
Well, hot darn. Hot darn. Anywho's. Never use CGC and don't plan to. Yeah, for sure. It's a very interesting thing, man. Definitely very interesting. Oh, so what's going on, Mike? I don't think we said hello to you earlier. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. So, The Amazing Spider-Man hit to issue 700. I'm 10 issues down on Superior Spider-Man, which technically isn't a part of the Amazing Spider-Man run. However, like, they skip almost an entire year, so I've got to read it. Dustin, I am 700 plus issues into Spider-Man at this point.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
If you think of, if you consider Ultimate Spider-Man, all the tie-ins,
yeah, you probably read more than, yeah.
I'm probably 900 plus in at this point.
That's wild, dude.
I know. All right, go ahead. Show off your picture.
So I went to Dave's. You guys have seen me do plenty of videos on Dave's Comics and Collectibles over in Fayetteville. And so I picked up, this is a Turtles book I've been looking for a long time. It's kind of a lower print run, hard to find, and it's a Peter Laird cover, which you don't get very many of once you get out of the original first few. You get that Donatello mutation cover there. And after a press on this, it's definitely a 9.8 candidate. So I was super pumped about that. And never mind the price tags on these, because y'all know I went to Dave's. These price tags don't mean nothing. But I just saw this, and I thought it was really, really neat. Deadpool back in black, and it's a Todd McFarlane homage. You just got Deadpool lurking over the cover there, over the corner there of the webs. And then down here where the scroll is, it says, with apologies to T. McFarlane. Figured you'd like that, Nick.
That is pretty cool.
But pretty cool cover. And then I saw this, and I was like, man, I've never seen this before. And I had to grab it, dude. So you got Scotty Young doing a Galactus cover. We all know he is the Eater of Worlds. So this is just fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic cover there. I picked this one up because after a press, I think it can hit a 9.8. And I've been noticing these Marvel Milestone editions getting really, really hot, especially in 9.8s. And since nobody, as far as regular folks like us, can afford his first appearance, having a shot at hitting a 9.8 on a Marvel Milestone first Doom, that was a no-brainer for sure.
What up, Adrian?
Hey, what's up, Panda? And then I picked up this Vision and Scarlet Witch Virgin cover.
Is that Alex Ross?
No, I forget who it is. You believe this is an unknown exclusive? Like they put one out that's actually pretty damn good, dude.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's definitely got a shot at a 9.8. And then the coolest one I found, man, there's been several variations of the Run the Jewels stuff, but I've always thought the Black Panther one was probably the coolest one. And so grab that. That's definitely going to be a 9.8 candidate. All of these are going to probably be 9.8s. I'm pretty certain of it. And I also picked up another Kung Lao #1. And that one is my backup in case the one I have now doesn't hit a 9.8. And I got that Joker for under $15, and that's a $75 book all day. So I was super pumped about that. So pretty decent day over at Dave's. I didn't spend a whole lot today. I was trying to keep it cheap, but I couldn't leave without picking something up. Like, it's just impossible to go in there without buying something.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and his other shop's the one in Noonan we always go to.
Yeah, that's the one where the like
late night.
You go to Dave's for the deals, you go to Noonan for the steals.
Go to Noonan for the Dragon Ball cards. That's what I go there for. Right on. I have no new pickups. My Hobgoblin is back there though, so that's cool.
Oh, you got it up? Right on.
Yeah, I just put it back there next to the Ahsoka Tano.
I was going to show off all those amazing all those different Spider-Man slabs that finally came back, but I'll just do a video on that. So there's going to be a CGC.
Boom, bitch!
Yeah, there's going to be a CGC all Spider-Man video. All Spider-Man. There's like a 300, a Secret Wars 8, 316.
Nothing compared to what mine will be like.
Yeah. Have you still not done anything with yours?
I Larry sent them off.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I hate that you didn't make sure he fast-tracked them, dude. You're not going to get those back.
I did.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Josh asked him too.
Even economy fast-track is taking like a couple months sometimes, but, I mean, it's a hell of a lot better than...
What up, Air Spider?
Than what it would have been.
Right on, man. I know. I picked up my pull list for the first time in a month. Yet last week. I mean, it's pretty thick.
I killed my pull list. I don't have anything.
I'm going to have to, dude, because if I'm going to be reading like I am, I can't. And if I'm being honest, modern comics, now don't get me wrong, there are a few, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff right now that's just not interesting anymore.
Dude, I'm not even interested in Something's Killing the Children anymore. Like, the only thing that has continued to keep my interest was Walking Dead, and I'm like already like 10 issues behind on that just because I've been so busy with everything else. So, I mean, I'll keep that on there. That's probably going to be the only book on my pull list, though.
Yeah,
but I've got like 30 books in my box, like I need to get eventually, but I just haven't. But yeah, I mean, there's just nothing out right now that's piquing my interest at all, and I hate it, but it's just, I'm like, I'm not gonna, spend the money on stuff that am not interested in. I'm not gonna read. So
yeah.
Absolutely. What do y'all think of Daredevil 1 that came out last week? I don't.
I didn't pick it up.
Yeah.
Kyle's like, who are you?
They're not mine. They're not mine.
Yeah, I for whatever reason I still buy all the Spawn stuff just because I want Todd's Spawnverse, his multiverse, his Spawn universe. I want all those books to succeed. I'm willing to support Todd because I like his stuff. Princeton, West Virginia. How close is that to Wheeling?
I know a guy out there.
So speaking of modern comics and things like that, real quick, I was going to show this to Dustin. Somebody brought it up, which I believe it was Trinity. So this is Isom #1. This is from the Rippaverse. So his newly created
from Young Rippa?
Yeah, I guess that's his name. But check this out, dude.
Oh, right on.
So $2.3 million in less than a week.
Dude, he's got a huge following on his YouTube channel.
Let this sink in. $2.3 million on one comic book.
Yeah, that's...
I don't think Todd McFarlane did this much on his Spawn toy sale.
No, I was about to say the same thing.
And if you look, Image is doing a Kickstarter. See. Let me pull up some Image comic stuff.
I mean, I like River. I'll buy it just to support him.
Let's see. Scott Snyder did a Kickstarter, but I mean, you're talking they might like even the biggest names, like Mark Waid's doing one, and I think it barely has broken 100,000.
Yeah.
This dude,
How many subscribers is his channel at? I wondered. Let me look.
not that many, I don't think, but 26,000 people have purchased from him.
What's that?
26,000 people have purchased from this guy. Okay. And it's like anti-politics. It's or apolitical, I should say. So it's like not politics. And it's a true indie publisher. He funded all of this himself.
Yeah.
In terms of setting it up,
Yeah, he's at 483,000 subscribers. But I mean, crap. His pre-order video where he talks about this, is only at 81,000 views.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
And these are only, it's 26,000 individual purchases, right?
Yeah.
And it's a 96-page comic, $35. And I mean, by the time you pay for it, it's going to be like with taxes and shipping, it's going to be about $45, give or take, or maybe it's a little bit more. I don't remember because I started on it. I'm like, I don't know if it's like nearly $50 is worth it for me. Like if he had a digital option, I would definitely do that. But it's ISOM #1. He's creating this whole expanded universe. He's doing signed. He has cover ABC. You can tell it seems like he's a true comic book fan, so to speak.
Have you ever watched any of his stuff?
I've only ever seen a few things of his.
Okay. Yeah, he definitely is for sure. Like,
but I mean, it's insane. Yeah. But again, like
I rock with him, man. Like he does some good content, and pretty much the way he's going about this book is just pretty much the way his content is.
Yeah. So you say plenty of it's for merch, right? And I think that's pretty close. But if you look here, 26,000 total purchasers. But he sold almost 21,000 just of cover A, and another 10 of cover B, and then another 6 on cover C. So
I wonder how well. I assume since this is on Kickstarter.
No, it's not Kickstarter. This is his own website.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say I hope he's got enough copies for everybody, but I assume he's not printing them until he knows how many he needs. So that's good too. So
but so I mean, it's really awesome. I mean, everybody that's talking about wanting indie publishers and supporting that, here you go. You talk about everybody, diversity, if you will. I mean, he's literally the largest Black comic book publisher in history in the world. I mean, the second he prints these and ships them, it's reality.
Yeah.
So everything from trading, it's wild. I mean, this is just blows my mind away. And he's only 69 days in.
Campaign goal was 100,000.
Yeah. Dude, he hit 1 million within 12 hours or something like that.
We couldn't even sell out 500 copies of the book we had.
I know. It is wild. But by
the way,
hold on, let me mute this.
By the way, our latest exclusive is now discounted down to $10. So it's not on the website yet. I just decided that, but if you're interested, they're $10 now. Hit me up.
But I don't know who's doing the art or anything like that. But again, I mean, it looks like
left.
What'd you say?
Trinity said 69.
Oh, good Lord. But pretty neat, man. And he's going to do a full-blown universe. So this is just the first one. There's going to be several other ones he's doing. It's going to be a big tie-in. But I mean, it's pretty dang cool, man.
Yeah.
So the artwork kind of reminds me a little bit of just right here. Reminds me a little bit of Invincible. So some of the coloring and things like that. But pretty neat. I mean, if we're gonna be, I mean, wild, man. Could you imagine doing something and within 12 hours making $1 million? Obviously, that's not all profit, but yeah, cool stuff. Cool stuff.
Yeah,
I do like this. That basically it's creating for fans. Respect for the customers. I like these because a lot of this is talking about a lot of frustrations people have with comic books as a whole. So I would, I mean, if this is even remotely something you're interested in, I mean, it's
Yeah,
really
I mean,
good.
what he's doing here
Yeah.
is basically, you know, he's just like, it's like he's showing like he's one of us. He feels the frustrations we do, and he's doing something about it.
Yeah.
Like, he's not doing like we do and sitting around pissing and complaining about something and not doing anything about it. Like, my man's he's putting the work in right now. So muchos amounts of respect.
Oh man. Okay. Did you see that text from Justin?
No.
Okay. But yeah, so pretty neat stuff. I don't want to harp on it too long, but James, this is the Ripperverse. It is a new indie comic book publisher. Done 2.3 million, and it just keeps going up. Before I pulled this up, it was less than 2.3 million. And look, it is about to break 26K in total purchase. I mean, it's
Wow.
just constantly going up. But it's the Ripperverse, 96 page.
I mean, I wonder if this is being advertised anywhere else other than
He spent 0%
YouTube.
on marketing.
I'm just saying, like that's crazy.
Yeah. So I was going to do a video on this earlier this week, but it's just been crazy.
The guy over at Den of Nerds, if he was to do something like this, man, like, he's got such a loyal and huge following. Like,
I don't think it would be like this.
I
Because you're
don't know,
talking
dude.
even some of the bigger comic book, and I just stopped sharing it. Even some of the biggest comic book YouTubers, like the comic book history guy, and then
See,
Rob.
Den of Nerds, like, he's not even like really just he's really more just like MCU and movies type stuff. Man, I watch that. I listen to that guy's live streams. That dude probably. I mean, people throw $50 for a super chat just so he'll read it at the end of the show, and that's like on the low end. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, y'all need to step it up, bro.
but those other, like, with millions of subscribers, one of them got a deal for to do a comic book on Prime on Comixology. I'm like, nobody cares. You didn't hear anything about it. So
yeah, no.
I think this is a special case where, the old saying goes, if you don't like it, do it yourself. And by God, he did it himself, and he's done it more successfully than probably any, I would say, just short of Image Comics.
96-page book probably isn't going to happen. That's like trade paperback size book. So I don't think that even that would fit in a magazine.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, hold on, because there's been some pretty sizable, like, annuals and stuff. How many pages is in The Killing Joke?
Not 96.
You don't think?
Nah. No, I mean, you think about like a standard comic book's what, 32 pages? So, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
That would be neat.
Maybe it will fit. I don't know.
I hate drinking sparkling water because it makes me have to burp. Yeah, I just pulled it up here. So yeah, I mean, that's double. That may be a little too a little too thick.
Even The Killing Joke has to go in that thicker case. So
yeah, it is a good story. That's actually one of the first comic books we ever had before we realized.
Yeah, I actually have that same copy too. It is oil stained, destroyed.
Dad brought it home in a black sack full of other crap. That makes me
actually like 3 copies in there.
Yeah, it just makes me sick to think what would have been in there.
Yeah,
and we just tossed it somewhere.
But then, like, the first graded books you and I ever got back was like we both got a 9/8 kill. Well, eventually we both ended up with a 9/8 Killing Joke.
Gabe, I don't know specifically. I know if you're gonna put it on a platform, maybe Webtoon might be a really solid one, because it's pretty much indie. But honestly, I don't know enough about it. I really don't. Oh, that's awesome, man. Captain Star. I love it. All right. So MCU rumors, or San Diego Comic-Con rumors.
San Diego Comic-Con and MCU rumors, man.
Don't worry, Dustin. Donny Cates is not going to be there. I got on Twitter for like 5 seconds, and he's just destroying people, asking him if he's going to be at San Diego Comic-Con this year.
Why?
Because no, he is not going to be at the world's largest COVID spreading event of the year.
Oh, gee.
Did you do that?
No.
Oh, I didn't either. So probably I swear to you, I didn't do
Okay.
anything.
I thought you did it so that I couldn't start going off about
No.
little crybaby Donnie.
No. But I'm
Get over
actually shocked
yourself,
because like
dude.
Dan Slott's gonna be there. You know, as much as
Yeah,
I don't like anything Dan Slott's doing with the
yeah,
Spider-Man part I'm on right now, Superior Spider-Man kind of is
yeah,
okay, but not great, and everything before that kind of sucked.
yeah.
You know, he is really good to his fans. You know, he had a policy that if you bring any book, he'll sign it. And he put
Hmm.
out there that somebody brought almost every book he'd ever written in his career to sign it. He said it was on several short boxes on a thing. And he signed every single one of those books because he said he supported his career over the year. And I was like, you know what? That is quite frankly amazing. I mean, to sign every single one of those
Yeah,
books this dude
yeah.
brought. So I thought that was pretty cool.
No doubt, Trinity. Like what are you pissing and moaning about, Donnie? Like you're vaccinated, you're safe, right? You're protected forever,
But
dude.
but anywho, so what are you hearing?
So I've already made prediction. You know that I think that I think we stand a good chance of seeing a reveal for the Wolverine actor. There's been so many rumors about the fact that Feige has already signed this guy. He'd been meeting with and I forget the actor's name, but he'd been meeting with this guy for like the last 2 weeks, and apparently, from what I have heard, you know, it's locked down, and you think about it, it's been since 2019 since Feige and MCU stuff has been at a con like this, and this is where they announce their big stuff. And so I think I think there's a great chance that we're going to see the guy casted as Wolverine show up. Now, we already know, and I didn't watch any of it, but of course I've read and heard the news. Miss Marvel is a mutant. Kamala Khan is a mutant.
So apparently, and again, I didn't watch it either, but apparently they didn't call her a mutant. They just said that she has a mutation.
Okay.
And then they played a very similar X-Men animated series sound behind it. Which honestly, if I was a Kamala Khan fan, I'd be kind of like let me say a comic book purist. I'd be kind of pissed off at what they've done. They changed her powers. They changed her origin. I mean, they've changed a lot, and to remove her inhuman kind of background, so to speak, is
Yeah.
kind of crappy. But
Well, you know, the whole big push for the Inhumans at one point was just because, you know, they wanted to push the Inhuman stuff because they couldn't use the X-Men, so they were going to try to replace the X-Men with the Inhumans. So, but I'm also hearing some Deadpool stuff. Don't be surprised if Ryan Reynolds walks out on that stage and we start hearing about the Deadpool stuff. I've heard rumors about them having Charles Xavier casted and Scott Cyclops
yeah,
casted too. So, you know, and I'm telling you, uh, you know, again, you know, the guy from Den of Nerds, like 9 out of 10 times, whenever he's sharing rumors he's hearing, like that shit's legit. So I'm sitting here like counting down the minutes, man. I cannot wait to see what the hell they talk about next weekend. It is going to be bonkers.
well, they've already been, you know, the writers have already been talking about Conan and working on number 3, and they're back on the writing room. And but I really don't think it's going to be all that this year. I don't think there's going to be much. They might come out and say, "Oh yeah, Fantastic Four, you know, we're working on that," and they probably bring up Secret Wars and announce that. But I don't think we're going to get anything massive. But
I
they
don't
better
know.
do something because
Yeah, that's
the
what I was
MCU
gonna say.
hype train is
Yeah,
going
yeah,
straight down.
and you know Feige has to see it. Feige is too smart and he's too in tune with this stuff to not be able to see what is happening right now and to not be able to say, yeah, you know what, we got to do something. We got to get people excited again
Yeah.
because right now, you know, I know As far as like the entire world goes, outside of comic book people and just me and Nick, and everybody else loves it all, and me and Nick are the only haters on the planet. But there's not a hell of a lot of excitement for what's going on.
No, not much. But again,
To the point,
10 years ago,
yeah.
10 or when was it? Hell, it's been over 10 years. No, it was no. God, 2008's when Iron Man came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So what we're is that 14 years?
I don't know, dude.
And they would have started at 2006,
I mean, hell, just
2007.
think about what 4 or 5 years ago.
But I'm saying it's a
With
totally different
Endgame.
world now. So the inmates are running the asylum, so to speak, man. I don't think Kevin Feige has full control as he wants.
Yeah,
to.
well, he needs to either jump ship and let that Joker sink to the bottom of the ocean and laugh at him the whole way down, or he needs to try to levy to get the reins back, because I don't know, man. I don't know. And for people to be like, the majority of people love Thor, Love and Thunder. If that's true, then how come on every platform that they show the trailer and the go see this movie videos, they've got the comments turned off on every single one of them?
Yep.
That's not because people are just raining in so much love for this film that they were like, man, we got to turn it off. It's just too much love for this film. Nah, man, people are shitting on it left and right. They're getting ratioed and they don't like it. So they want to hide it. And they don't want people to know how bad they screwed the pooch on that movie.
So I don't think there's a chance he's going to get booed. And the reason I say that is because if you're spending the amount of time, money, and effort to get into that panel, it's because you love every single thing about it, right?
Yeah.
If I'm taking the time to go to San Diego Comic-Con, deal with the crowds, deal with the heat, deal with the traffic, the money, nah.
Well, and on top of that, even people like you and I who have not been fans of a lot of what we've gotten post Endgame, we don't hold Feige 100% responsible for that.
Yeah.
You know, we know what kind of product Feige puts out and Favreau puts out, and this ain't it. This ain't it. You know, I also saw some rumors. Did you see the rumors about the Fantastic Four film and them wanting to bring in Mr. Spielberg?
I don't care enough about him. I really don't like him enough.
I don't know. I just think, I mean, regardless of how you feel, like
I think he could. Maybe he'd do a good job.
You don't get a whole hell of a lot bigger than that when it comes to directors, and we know Feige's one love and his one baby when it comes to these movies from the start has always been Fantastic Four.
Yeah, well, it would be cool if he would just direct it. If he would just do it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the Russo brothers, they've lost their charm. They just got destroyed on their latest movie they did. You know, I don't know, man.
What movie was it?
It was on Netflix and it had a ton of big name actors. It was called.
Well, they just need to bring them back to the MCU where they really flourish and
where they thrived.
Yeah, because I mean, I get this Watiki, whatever the hell his name is, the hell out of here.
Yeah.
He can take Korg with him.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Thor 2 is better. I need to go back and rewatch Thor 2 and give it a shot.
I've never and like I know you
like not Red Notice. Not Red Notice. It was. Give me a second. I'll find it.
I know you liked Korg when they introduced him in Ragnarok, but I never liked him because he was like, and I understand again. Comic accuracy doesn't matter, but however, Korg in the comics, he was a mother effing warrior, bro.
Yeah,
he was a badass warrior, and like we have never, and nor will we ever see that.
Yeah.
In a way, it's like Cubs fans post 2016 accepting mediocre seasons because Yeah.
I'm trying to find it, guys. Sorry.
Hey, what's up, Norrin Rat? It's Lord Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely. Yeah. And that's the other thing, like having someone in charge of it that has a vision and a love for what it is that they're doing makes a hell of a lot of difference. You start bringing in these people to work on this stuff that don't have a damn clue about it, don't know nothing about it. Like, how are they supposed to make it good? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Some dude says he hated Ragnarok. You know, I liked Ragnarok, and I'll tell you why I like Ragnarok and not Love and Thunder. In Ragnarok, yes, we got a much more humorous Thor.
The Gray Man. That's what it was called.
But in between those jokes and funny scenes, Thor was still Thor. He was still beating ass. When he came in at the end and he landed on that bridge and he was fighting Hela, that was Thor. That wasn't funny, man. That was Thor. Oh, ruin the world. Oh, yeah. Well, and it wasn't really as much the World War Hulk story as the Planet Hulk. And I agree with you 100% on that but
their animated version of Planet Hulk was phenomenal.
It was great. It was great. It was 100. Yeah, if you've never seen the animated Planet Hulk, go watch it. It is awesome. But yeah, Planet Hulk is one of my absolute favorite things I've ever read. That was the first omnibus I ever read, and I literally read that entire thing in a day, and I've not read that much ever since. I just could not stop reading it. It was so good.
So I hate Ragnarok just as much as I love Thor, Love and Thunder. Okay, so Eternals, honestly though, like I know Eternals wasn't the Jack Kirby version, which bugs me, but you have to admit Eternals was a beautiful movie for what it was.
I tried to watch Eternals the other day, bro. I fell asleep like 20 minutes in. I couldn't get
really?
with it.
No, they're not Eternals. Shang-Chi. Sorry.
Yeah, Shang-Chi was enjoyable.
Yeah,
Shang-Chi was enjoyable.
Sorry, I'm thinking like, I was like, why? We both liked Eternals is what I was thinking. But no, Shang-Chi, that scene where he's fighting his, new to be wife. Oh, yeah. Gosh, man.
Yeah. Right here. When I was listening to Trinity's review on Love and Thunder, I loved how he put it. It's like he's the Michael Scott Parks and Rec sitcom Thor, and you're going to have to quit hating on my man, Chris Pratt. I ain't going to put up with it, brother. Not over here. Not over here. You can do it in the trailer park all day.
Dustin's like, just. See, I hate with Secret Wars, though. They're never going to go they're never going to be able to do a good Secret Wars because all of the best folks they're working their way out of these movies. And I wish they would do the original Secret Wars and even adapt it the way they did with the Spider-Man. Are you eating a Uncrustable? Oh, my God. Are you 12?
Dude, these are for grown men, too.
Even better. I wish we had these when we were 12. Even better. We got them when we're 40. I don't know where Chris Barrett is. Somebody go do a health check on the man. He's normally here every other comment. Was Jane Foster good at least? I have no clue.
Right after he says something stupid, he comes right back in and hits a home run out of the park. My man. My man. See?
The more I read it.
Forgiven on the Chris Pratt talk now. All's forgiven.
You know what?
Jane Foster was badass in that movie.
Yeah.
She was. And she did some badass stuff. The problem is the stuff that they didn't let us see just really took away from it. It's like, how do you build up this movie for 2 years nearly that we're going to see Jane Foster as Thor, and she's standing there and the hammer pieces are trembling, and then it cuts to the next scene. And you don't get to see next time you see her, she's Thor now. Well, she's Thor now, so like, how do you skip that part of the movie? Like, if anything, that should have been the most, like, that should have been the pinnacle of that movie. That should have been like the scene in the movie, and you cut it out. And I gave plenty of other parts of the movie that were absolutely unnecessary that could have been cut in order to make time.
Jane was literally sick, wasn't she, Trinity? I haven't seen the movie. Ooh. I just know what happens.
But yeah, I mean, like, there was so much stupid crap that they could have cut out. And yeah, if you guys want to hear the full, I did a 20-minute review on Thor: Love and Thunder, and yeah, I think they should have cut gore too. I mean, they pretty much did, but yeah, I mean, and a lot of like that, the only people that disagreed probably didn't even watch more than 2 minutes of it, or probably just saw the damn thumbnail and just typed their smart ass comments. But I thought so too, Gabriel. I thought Doctor Strange too. There was certain things that I absolutely loved. Anything that involved Wanda in that film, was fan-effing-tastic. Fan-effing-tastic. And speaking of Wanda, I finally watched WandaVision, so I'll talk about that in a few. But there was a lot of the stuff in Doctor Strange that I was just like, what the hell is going on here? Like, you know, and that was 2 movies back to back. 2 movies back to back.
Nosh, you have a wonderful night, man.
Later, bro. Thor: Love and Thunder and Doctor Strange, 2 movies back to back, where they made the male characters look like total, and excuse my language, they made them look like total bitches in order to make the female characters look stronger. Like, why can't we have both? Like, why do you have to completely shit on these male characters to make the female characters look stronger? You know, I mean, they made Black Bolt and Reed Richards like they went out like some damn, I don't even know what. Like, there's no way that would have had, like, Reed Richards, smartest guy in the entire universe, and he's the first one to go at Wanda and not think about, like, nah, that wouldn't have happened, bro. He's too smart for that. And then Black Bolt, although I loved what she did to him, that shit was crazy, and I did not expect it. And when it happened, I even let out a loud. I was like, oh! I'm never like that in a theater, but I was like, oh my god! But yeah, like, they did them so dirty, so that Maria Rambeau and Peggy Carter could have their time to shine.
And honestly, Captain Carter is the weakest out of everyone.
Yeah, I was gonna say her ass lasted a second.
And then Maria, I mean, she deserved to get, like, if anything, they should have just made it Maria and Wanda or something like that.
I mean, Maria Rambeau, I had no problem with how they did
except
her.
for how she died. Like, you're serious? She's just gonna lay there and let some shit fall on her?
That's what I said in my review of that. That was some bullshit. Like really? Y'all gonna crush her with some rocks? That's some bullshit, man. She wouldn't have, there was no way that would have held her down.
Yeah. Well, Kyle, remember, she was originally a part of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. That's what she was. She's a bad woman. And honestly, I think we missed out on a good opportunity to see a great Doctor Strange versus Wanda showdown. Like, that should have been the pinnacle fight. And I know we got
because they really didn't get into it. I mean, he fought himself harder than the fight between himself lasted longer than the one with Wanda. And don't even get me into that dumb shit with the musical notes. But then they did it again with Thor: Love and Thunder. They made Thor. He looked like a bitch the whole movie. Zeus looked like 2 bitches the whole movie. He was in there. But Valkyrie, tough as nails the whole movie. She didn't do a damn thing. Wasn't even necessary to the movie at all. But I mean, she never had a weak moment in the movie at all. Same thing with Jane. You know, Jane, she was. I mean, the muscle behind everything, which was cool. That's fine. Like, she kicked ass. But why did we have to see Thor and characters like Thor and Zeus? Why do they have to suffer just so we can make the female characters look bigger? Like, I don't get it. Like you can still have both.
Yeah. And
and I know people are out there like, man, these two, what the hell's gotten into these guys? Well, I don't know, but
well, we just love something and you feel like it's being ruined.
Yeah. Nornrad. Now, Hercules, like, I mean, bro, he looked tough as shit though, man. And he looked comic accurate.
Look, all I'm saying,
accurate too, man.
Brett Goldstein, dude, I hope he kills it. He is so funny. Like, he's funny at being a just a-hole. Exactly. Dude, and Thor has actually been in Spiderman quite a bit. Thor is, God, he is not even close to what they're putting on screen right now.
No. I mean, if you go back, and I did, I went back the next day after we watched Thor: Love and Thunder, and I watched Infinity War and Endgame. That ain't the same Thor, man.
No.
This man, I'm talking about Thor by himself was ready to go at Thanos. Skinny or fat, he didn't give a damn, boy. He was ready to go.
So was the ultimate fight in Thor 4, spoiler alert, just basically him versus Gore, or was there a bigger threat?
It ain't even him versus Gore, dude. It's a bunch of 12-year-old kids. It's a bunch of little children.
Oh, God.
And Thor fighting Gore the God Butcher. And then Jane shows up and saves the day. But the whole deal is like instead of us getting the good guys beating the bad guy, no, we can't do that. We have to make sure that there is no real bad guys, because love has to win, and love beats all, and all that bull crap. Like, that's how the movie ended.
The more I hear about this, the more I'm like, it's just
to choose love. That is literally what he said. He said, choose love. So Gore decided to sacrifice himself so that his daughter could return. Like, why can't we just have a bad guy be a bad guy? Yeah. They should have had Gore say, you know what? Nah, my daughter's already gone, man, and I know she's gonna die anyway. But my last wish, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure Jane dies horribly and badly right now. Like, that's why would you make this guy to be so sinister the whole movie? Or you tried to, but then he's got to be redeemed at the end. We have to send everyone home feeling good, and like, nah, man. Did anybody go home from Infinity War feeling good? Everybody was mad as hell. That's how you do a villain. All the way up to the very end when they chop Thanos' head off.
I've been saying it since the very first time I saw him, and people are like, just wait for the movie. What's his name? Christian Bale wouldn't do anything bad that he didn't believe in.
Yeah.
I want to just go back to all those comments, but I'm not that petty. I am kind of petty, but I'm not that petty.
Damn about the MCU stuff. Like, that was a paycheck.
Just crazy.
That was a paycheck. But it's like I was talking to Jeff about it today when we got done eating with Thanos. Like, when you got into Endgame, like, just when you thought Thanos, we all thought he was horrible, and then he gets killed, and then we see the alternate universe Thanos, and he's worse than the other one we saw. He's way worse. He's sitting there watching himself getting killed. He don't give a damn. That guy was weak. He made mistakes. Yeah. They did all of this. And you did, it was like Jeff said in the parking lot, everything you've done, all these victories, all these mistakes, everything you've done, and guess where it led you? Right back to me. And now your ass is still grass. Yep. Like, that's a villain, man. Like, there was no redeeming quality about Thanos. All the way up to the point where even when you want to be excited because Thanos was defeated, he took away Iron Man.
Yep.
I mean, that is how you do a villain. Like, even in death, he still rips your heart out. Like, and then every I guarantee you they're gonna have some kind of they did it with Wanda. They tried to do it with Wanda and Doctor Strange. She's not really evil. She just wants her kids back. No. You're not.
See, Gore had really good motivation to become evil, and then they just changed that all up and ruined them.
Like they shouldn't be putting stuff out where you have to feel like, oh, I can relate to that villain and why I can understand why they're doing this. Hell no. That's not how this works, man. It's not how this works.
For sure. So next topic, WandaVision.
Here. Yeah, exactly, Trinity. They try to redeem a guy who killed all the gods and kidnapped children. Like, come on. I saw something else in here. I wanted to. There it is. I am excited about Black Adam because I think the JLA looks absolutely incredible from what we've seen so far, and I'm pumped about it.
Not that it's going to mean much. As a standalone film, I think it'll be fine, but dude, they just need to completely
Discovery might just nip the whole thing after this, though. Like, we really just don't know what's about to happen with Discovery. Am I the only one that thinks the Rock's suit is kind of awkward looking though? The way it comes way down here and goes up, and like I'm like,
but that's how they look though. Shazam and Black Eye, like if you
yeah, I
actually,
know,
it's accurate. It just
I
feels
know,
weird on the
I
actual
know.
person.
And I went back and looked, and I saw it, and I was just like, you know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of like the girls in the '80s that would wear like the sweatshirts that were hanging off the shoulders and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he just needs some leg warmers and a headband.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not even excited. I'm not even as excited about The Rock as Black Adam as I am about seeing the JLA.
Yeah. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be real cool. So WandaVision, I'm very intrigued.
Yeah, they did do it with Yondu. Yeah, I liked it. I love that actor though. Like I think that's why I loved Yondu. Like, and I thought Yondu was a good character. Was a great character up until we turned him into Mary Poppins.
Have a good night, Gabriel. Take it easy.
All right, bud. All right, take it easy, man.
All right, so WandaVision, tell me about it.
Man, okay, so WandaVision, absolutely. Hold on.
Well, this is not going to be. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does he love it? Does he hate it? I'm going to go out on a limb and think. I'm going to say he probably liked it. Unless he's getting his trash can, which he's not back yet. Who knows? Oh, he doesn't have trash can in his hand.
My wife's damn cat was tearing the carpet up because the door was shut.
Oh.
So WandaVision, when it first came out, what, last year?
I think it's been 2 years.
2 years ago.
Maybe it's not been 2 years. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember. I remember putting it on because you and I and Justin we all started it pretty much the same time that afternoon. Yeah. We were going to watch it and talk about it that night on the show. And I put it on, and I don't know if the whole thing even played, but I was just like, what is this garbage, man? Like, I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Could not get into it. But my buddy Jeff and Britt, they were talking about it a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about how good it was. And I was just like, all right, let me give it another shot. Bro, that shit was so awesome. That was literally, to me, I think WandaVision is the absolute best thing that's come out of Phase 4, period.
I am shocked to hear you say that.
And a lot of people think that that Loki is the best thing, and I liked Loki okay, but Loki to me was a little more hard to follow. But I WandaVision was the shit. That was so. I mean, I literally binge watched the entire thing in a day, could not stop. And then when it was over, I was just like, damn it! Now so
what did you? Because I mean, it was good. I just didn't think it was.
I thought the whole story. I mean, and it may be different, binge watching it, like watching the entire thing unfold all in one sitting.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know. I just enjoyed the ride. I thought it was awesome. And once everything starts kind of unraveling, and you're like, oh, that's what's going on, and then you're just like, oh no, wait, that's not what's going on. And the whole thing with Agatha, I thought was a really cool thing. I'm actually excited to see the House of Harkness or whatever. I think that's going to be pretty cool to see what kind of torture that Wanda's putting her through. But yeah, I don't know, man. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it, and I came out of that with and I never was like a big like hoorah Wanda fan. But Doctor Strange, I came out of that like, all right, like she is the shit. I like Wanda.
Makes me want to go back and watch Avengers 2.
Yeah. But then like watching the WandaVision, and then we see the guy that played Quicksilver and the X-Men showed up, and I was like, oh dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. It was a good time.
Did you think Mephisto was going to show up at all?
No.
Obviously, well, a year later. So what have you caught up on all of them? Except for I think you didn't watch Captain America.
I watched all of Cap and Falcon.
Okay.
And it was good for like the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then what about Loki? Did you watch Loki?
I watched all of Loki when I was sick, and like I said, it was kind of hard to follow at some points.
Yeah.
But I mean, I enjoyed it overall. I thought it was good.
Have you watched Peacemaker? I know, completely different.
Yeah, we watched all of Peacemaker together.
Did we? Okay, I couldn't remember if we
Yeah.
ever talked about that.
Yeah, we
Gotcha.
did. We were talking about it, week by week.
Yeah,
And
okay. That's right, because it would
still
come
made
out.
the intro, but I grew to like the show. Now
Yeah.
we shit on that show hard at first, like major hard. That might have been like the initial like Two Brothers comics are the villains of movie
Yeah.
and TV reviews era, but yeah, I grew to really enjoy it. There's still things that I'm like whatever. But I mean, I hate the intro, and I think I'm the only person on the planet that does. But
Well, it's made by a guy. I mean, the whole show is made by a guy who thinks pedophilia is a funny joke. So,
oh well, that's great.
James Gunn.
Oh,
Remember,
I
he
didn't.
was fired for all of that, and then Marvel brought him back.
No, I don't pay any attention. I don't keep. I literally don't have time to keep up with that kind of stuff. And if I did, I would be probably it probably wouldn't do a lot for my personality that is already lacking most of the time anyway. So,
what season 2 are we looking forward to the most? That's a good question.
Ooh, at this point, I mean Loki. I think I didn't watch Moon Knight. I had never heard one person say a good thing about it. So
It's good.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's interesting. It's different. They do a good job with.
Yeah, but all I've heard is like you barely get any Moon Knight. Like it's all Mr. Knight. And
well, the same thing though with WandaVision. I mean, you don't really get any Scarlet Witch or anything like that.
we hadn't up to that point either.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you don't get her using like a lot of her powers and fight scenes and you know what I mean. These shows have been more so
but
about.
They didn't lead us in. They led us into Moon Knight. I feel like they misled with the trailers and the stuff building up to it. And I'm not, and I'm taking that from people that have watched it and what they've said about it. So it just really turned me off to even want to watch it. So
I would give it a chance because it's still funny. It's got a good story.
Alan said he liked it, so I know I ain't gonna give a damn about it. So.
For sure.
Miss Marvel is the best. Trinity is all about the Miss Marvel. I know he has talked multiple times about really enjoying how they did that character and everything. So
oh, you know what? What's not really talked about a bunch, but I did enjoy was Hawkeye.
Britt said that's his favorite one.
I did. I enjoyed that quite a bit, actually.
Favorite one. See, I haven't watched that one. Haven't watched Moon Knight, and I haven't watched Kamala. Nick, if you go to Haven next Saturday, holler at me. I think we're gonna try to come down the weekend after next, because I know that's like because your birthday falls in the middle of the week. So we'll come down the weekend after your birthday, I guess.
Okay. Have you talked to Sky at all, or?
No, I literally thought about it today when I realized how close it was getting. Because actually, the day of your birthday is when Sean and I got to go to Sean's house because we're doing that sale on Elite Comics Live.
Oh, look at you guys!
Yeah. So I should have a bunch of stuff in by then too. He's gonna let me throw some stuff up, but that's what made me think about how close we were getting to it. So I gotta do some looking for what I was gonna get you now. So I was like, oh shit.
I wouldn't do anything right now. I would say a Coke and a smile, but I don't drink soda, so.
Yeah. Well, I got to figure out a way. I got to top last year. Like, I feel like at this point, everybody's like, what did Dustin do this year?
What did I get you last year?
I don't even know.
Oh, I got you Captain America. That's right. The omnibus?
The omnibus.
What did you get me last year?
I got you the big Dragon Ball Z pack, like the whole box of all the cards.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And the year before that was the Forever People 185.
Yeah. I think you used to have the biggest come up on any birthday present, that Raphael.
The cheapest one, but
I mean, it was still $50, but yeah.
Yeah. That shit has dropped hard though.
Yeah.
Like I've been looking, man. Like I might go buy a 9.8 one of these days. Turtles has hit the crapper, which is cool for me because last year when I was trying to finish that volume 1, I was just getting pissed every time that one went up. I was like, and like the problem is like books that were in that volume 1 of Mirage that you could used to find for like $5 to $8, like you can't find none of them now for under 15, $20. Like it's just impossible. But luckily I'm done with that Mirage run. I got it all finished except for a couple of extra printings, but it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. And you're right, but again, I think these Disney Plus shows, what they're trying to do is give you an insight to what it's like to be a superhero or something like that, more of a personal level versus, oh, that's pretty cool. Did you get you a new one?
I had to buy a new one.
Why? What happened to the other one?
I left it here for the day on accident. So, and I have about, once they get graded, about $700 worth of books that I didn't want flopping around the car. But luckily, this Joker was already discounted, so it cost me less than $10.
There you go.
Can't beat that. And when I go to cons, I fill my first one up. Like I always fill my Storefolio up within like the first 20 minutes, and I'm like, damn, I don't have another one. So
hey, you were on Reggie Collects like 2 weeks ago. Y'all go check that out.
Oh yeah. Yep. Me and the Regmeister.
I still can't believe of between the two of us. You suck. Anywho's, watching, I'm going to make sure we have goats in every one of our videos from now on. You're just going to see a random, and I love the one I'm using because in the full video, and you guys don't see the full video, but in the full video, that goat, there's a man talking to the goat. And the goat just turns around and just yells at him every time the man starts trying to talk. He gets like 2 words out, and the goat turns around. Nah!
Jeff was dying with your edits on that video. He was cracking the hell up. The Thor review.
Oh yeah.
And when the goats were like when the changing, like when you would use the other one, and like he was cracking the hell up about that shit.
Kyle, have a good night. Well, I actually found a clip of the goats from the movie. I mean, how bad they were, and I think they're using sheep yelling, and not actual goat yelling. Because if you look up sheep's yelling, it sounds very similar. Goats are more of a. But anyways, that's like me really going into the weeds of things. And I was gonna use it, but then I took it out because I didn't want to like. Yeah. What part of Adam Sandler or what from? All right, Norrin, have a good night, brother.
Later, bro. It makes me think of the parody that they did of that Taylor Swift song with the goats.
Oh yeah, so they're literally using the sheep yelling meme. They're actually using that voice, that clip.
Yeah, that's where money.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's just ignorance. Like it's like that right there tells you like how much that Taika guy looks at that movie. Like everything's just a freaking joke to that guy. Like he's like a 4-year-old kid. And I mean the actress that played Valkyrie, like she's been talking some mad shit about that movie. She's been talking some mad shit about that movie.
Really? Why?
Because of how shitty he did and like all the jokes and all the dumb adolescent humor and stuff. I mean, it's just ridiculous, and she has been shitting all over it, which is cool.
I did not know that. Good on him. What up, Warlord, on the second album? Whose second album? What up, Dan Diesel? Yes, I will do a review on Craven's Last Hunt. I'm actually on issue 700. I'm going to sit down and go through instead of doing like a weekly thing because some people liked them, some people didn't. And of course, I was moving and stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing a review on like the big events. So like Craven's, the Clone Saga, and then some of the bigger events like JMS's run, and then just do individual reviews and thoughts on that. Then I'm going to break it down to and I think I'm going to do some ranking videos of Volume 1 artists, Volume 2 writers, or Volume 1 writer, like basically anything pre like Clone Saga or before, because let's be honest, everything after has been, outside of maybe some of JMS's stuff, been not great. not great.
It's like the MCU after Endgame, bro.
I'm telling you, dude.
Good ones here and there, but for the most part,
modern Spider-Man has been ridiculous. When you start bringing in a character who's like live streaming, and I know I'm going to get to the point here soon where Peter Parker turns into a social media star. No, it's horrendous. And this Carly Cooper girl they brought in to replace Mary Jane, and Gwen, stupid. They really should just. And I'm talking, this has been years since Mary Jane and Peter have been a thing. It's stupid. Savage Spider-Man. Whoa. What do you mean Savage? Somebody tell me about this Savage Spider-Man thing. I'm a bit of a fan. By the way, don't mix moonshine and coffee.
What's up, Jay?
Gross.
What's going on, brother? Savage Spider-Man. That started not too long ago. The covers, they all have the spider. He's like literally like turning into a spider. Like
right on.
Peter has like fangs and 6 arms. Like it's wild looking. The covers are wild looking, bro. They came out like 2-3 months ago. I think it started.
I don't know, dude. Like I'm so off of modern. Once we stopped doing those videos because everybody started doing them, the top picks. I don't really. I'm just so siloed into regular Spider-Man right now.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. So which
look at the Spider-Man Todd McFarlane covered, bro. That thing is sick.
Hold on. Joe Kelly. So he's done some Spider-Man in the past, not necessarily the greatest. Peter Parker.
Yeah, he's like literally a spider.
But hold on, I'm trying to see if they're pulling it back into when like he went with Ezekiel and all these totems and things like that. By the way, Black Cat and oh, y'all can't see this. Hold on.
Yeah, we can.
No, y'all can't see this.
Oh, we do another.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. So Black Cat, I should rank all of Peter Parker's love interests. That's what I should do. Somebody send me a note of all the things I should rank from Spider-Man, and we'll just turn into Spider-Man.
Are you diving into those J. Scott Campbell covers yet, dude?
You know what though? Like, I'm not a fan of what he does. Turning teenage girls looking into like porn stars. But if you read enough about
there's a lot of creepos out there that just love it though.
Yeah, no, I'm not into it. But that right there, like I think that's a fine cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not into his other things he does. All right, Savage Spider-Man. Hold on, Joe Kelly. Let's pull this back up. Command C, Command V. I am super intrigued. What? Oh, you're laughing at me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see.
That's
Kelly
a cool
Sandoval.
cover. What is that?
What now?
What was that cover?
Which one?
Go back.
Oh, Jesus. No. Hold on.
That black one down there at the bottom with the webs.
Oh, that's Brand New Day. It sucked.
That's a badass looking cover, though.
I don't know if that's a cover or just, let me see. I'm going to open it up in a new tab. Okay, it's a one-shot. It's called Spider-Man Brand New Day Extra #1 by Joe Kelly.
That's a cool looking cover.
Yeah, it's not bad. And you do randomly get really cool covers like that back in the day, but then they'll have this really gaudy trade dress that just ruins it, and then like they started putting hashtags and shit, Dustin. Stupid.
What?
They started using hashtags on covers and like it was weird. All right, C variant covers. Let's go here. That's cool. Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. Like it's like Savage Man Spider is what they should call it.
All right, I need some information because so if anybody knows anything before,
I could my shop's probably still got copies of this,
and I'm sure like I'll probably just end up reading it digitally. But I am curious about this. Savage Beast. So like what turns him savage? Because he's been like this before in comics, or similar things. I'm wondering if they're bringing this back to the totems and like with Ezekiel and thing like that. If anybody, James, have you read it? Tell me a little bit about it. I guess that's hard to type. Let's see. Review. All right. Let's see.
I
I
wonder
don't
how
want to
much
say
Cal is going to want when I ask him how much it is for the original art for the Mortal Kombat game. Probably
Interesting.
Like,
I'm
he
really
probably said like
intrigued
20
by this.
grand
I
or
may have to
something.
read it and then. Planes, Trains, and Comic Books. Man, it's been out since February.
Yeah, I knew it had been out for a minute because I bought a few different covers to throw out on the whatnot because I had people that were asking for certain books as they were coming out because they didn't have, LCSs. So I picked up like some that I thought people might like, and I just remembered that that Spiderman Todd McFarlane one was in there.
Oh, wow, that's some dirty stuff there on the right. Y'all need to get your advertisers under control, people.
Get your act together.
Stupid.
What else did I have on the docket for today?
That was it. We have accomplished our goals. Good night, fellows. See you next time. Yeah, I do genuinely think that is about it, though.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out the latest video.
What up, Art Chemist?
You guys go check that out. Got my first books back that I cracked and pressed and cleaned. Get a little grade bumpage.
I even knew the grade bump was coming, and I forgot. And I was like, dang. There's a massive grade bump in there. 3 big
It's
keys.
huge.
There's Hulk, a Miles, and a Spider-Gwen. All of them.
It's the greatest grade bump of all grade bumps. It's on the. It's literally the bump that makes all the bumps look like not such big bumps. It's a huge grade bump that everyone needs to see. You will love it. You will enjoy it. Go and check out my grade bump. It's huge.
He's bumping bumps.
And tomorrow I'm going to be cracking out Justin's 4.0 or 4.5 first appearance of Morbius. Was that 120? ASM 120?
Morbius? I thought it was 101.
101, yeah. So I'm going to be cracking that out. And I'm shooting for like a 5.5 to a 6.0 on that one. But I thought I had something else. Now, I do have 26 books. Check out how fast this moves. So I had 26 books I sent in on a Thursday. They were at CGC this past Monday, checked in on Tuesday, and we're in grading by Wednesday.
Jeez.
So I should have those back this coming week. And I'm looking forward to that because all the books that I bought at Heroes Con are in there. There's some big ass books in there, modern, scarce modern stuff, especially like Deadpool. I got that Hastings 8-bit cover, man. That thing is scarce as hell, and when you get the 9.8, it's a monster, and people want it. So I'm pumped about that one. Trying to think.
I did add one more want list to my Spider-Man.
2
more, I guess. So, first Mary Jane, I'll probably get that as the bottom continues to drop out. But I did actually actively place a bid on this cover because the more I stared at it last night, as I reflected at 1:00 in the morning on how many Spider-Man comic books I've read and the accomplishment of just doing so, like not in like a, oh look at me, more of like a, I can't believe I actually did it kind of thing. So I put a bid on this. Let me share out my screen here, folks. Share my screen out to this. So I put a bid out on this bad boy. Not this specific comic, the cover. So Amazing Spider-Man number 700.
Golly, why is that thing $600 in a 9.8 though?
This one I think is because it's a newsstand. But I did put a bid in on a 9.8. You can see though they're dropping left and right price wise.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, hey, oh, that's actually pretty dang cool. Not for $790 to steal somebody else's artwork, but whatever. But it's really cool because at first glance, it's like, oh, okay, oh, that's cool, signed by Dan Slott, even though he, killed Peter Parker.
Tony, what up? What up?
But yeah, so I mean, it's just overall. Let's see if we can make this over here, you guys. So if you look at this, what's cool about it is the inside artwork, right? Some classic art, and then you have all the Spider-Man, and then on the ring you have Venom, and like you can sit and just see each individual artist's
That's what it is, dude. I've always wondered what the hell it was. I always thought that cover sucked, and I was like,
so at first glance it kind of does.
I was like, why is this so expensive, man? Like this cover sucks.
Yeah,
but yeah, I get it there.
So see, look, you can see. Here's a better look.
Okay.
So pretty neat, man, and I truly appreciate, and it's kind of like a big reflection on everything I've kind of been reading and read, and you have the Spider-Man crotch light there, and all the different Venoms from Mark Brooks to McFarlane to several different things, and yeah, man, it's just the more I thought about it, the more like this is one I would like to have, and you have
is that Death of Spider-Man? Is that what it says?
Yep, Death of Peter Parker.
Trying to go the Superman route.
Yeah. So spoiler alert from like several years ago, at this point almost a decade ago, Doc Ock takes over Peter Parker's body via a little bitty robot and somehow puts his mind inside Peter Parker's mind inside of Doc Ock's dying body that looks like even worse version of Darth Vader, and Peter Parker dies. And now in Superior Spider-Man, Peter Parker is just a little ghost thing that runs around while Doc Ock
sucks.
Huh?
That sounds like it sucks.
So basically, Superior Spider-Man is, so far, I'm like 9-10 issues in. Peter Parker's running around as like this ghost Spider-Man, while Doc Ock has promised Peter Parker to take care of all of his people, and basically he's turned into a semi-pseudo good guy protecting everybody because the Peter Parker and the power responsibility thing is just that powerful that it's changed Doc Ock. And so now every time Doc Ock tries to kill somebody, Peter Parker's like, no, we got to stop. We can't kill people. And the Avengers are like, what's wrong with you, Peter Parker? You're not actually Spider-Man. We're going to all fight you and take you in for testing. And it actually took the Avengers like decent effort to beat up Spider-Man, which is wild. But anyways, like it's not been great. It's not been bad. I appreciate that Dan Slott.
I wonder how much Randy would charge you to do that cover.
Oh my God!
He'd probably tell you to piss off.
For real.
I would.
I know,
but he would kill it, and it would look absolutely identical, line for line.
Yeah, dude. This
Randy. If you guys don't know who we're talking about Randy Proctor from Legal Burning. He's a fantastic, one-of-a-kind comic artist, and we're going to be talking about him very soon. He sent us some stuff to give away to you guys, and we're going to show off some of his stuff again. We've had him on the show, and he's awesome.
Yep. So, and then my favorite thing on the inside is, it's classic art, but it's also all of the major characters, the supporting characters. I think Mary Jane deserves to be bigger.
Did you know that every page minus the front cover of the original art for AF-15 is at the National Congress Library or something like that? What is it?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah. And Jeff was telling me like some crazy stuff about all that today, and he sent me some articles for us to read, and maybe we can talk about that on the next show, because it's definitely some stuff that's super interesting and kind of makes Marvel and Stan Lee out to be kind of some sleazebags if it was to be true. Now there's there's no way to know if it's true, but I mean, that's not the first time I've heard of Stan Lee.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a bit of I'm sure, they definitely are. But so is like DC and what they did. There's a lot of sleazebaggery. That is not what I'm looking for. I was just curious what the prices have been going for. Let's just see what sold items are.
Are you looking for a certain grade or?
No, not specifically. Such a terrible cover too. I don't even know if I want that one. I may go back and get the other one. The one where she's like a cameo.
The Rhino cover?
Huh?
The Rhino cover?
No. Hold on. because she makes a cameo in like the 30s.
Well, she makes her. They said her first cameo was 25.
That may be what it. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's 25.
Yeah, but this is the one you want though, dude, because this is like the whole. You hit the jackpot tiger. Like I know the cover sucks, but shit, I mean that's the one though.
No, I think 25 is the one where she goes, "You hit the jackpot tiger."
No, it's 42.
Let me see.
We talked about this last week.
See, I thought we had it. I thought we had it backwards.
No, we had this same conversation last week.
No, I know, but I'm saying I thought. Let me see something. Hold on.
Yeah, check the app. Ooh, I almost said their name.
No, I'm not using Key Collector. I'm going to the source.
Ah, there you go. Can't believe you said their name.
No, I wouldn't use that knockoff price guide. They're not a price guide, guys. I don't care what they.
I love when you see, they're like, for it's the high side of this book is this in a raw grade.
It's $1.
And then you search for it. You hit the search button, takes you to eBay, and it's like, dude, that shit ain't even close. So I thought that Britt and I found a sure enough like ghost Spider-Man book today, and we both almost had a heart attack for a second, but it was the Mexican version of it, and I forget what issue it is, but it's a lizard cover. Maybe somebody in the chat knows what I'm talking about, can help me out. There's a certain cover, and it's a modern book, and it's got the lizard on the front, and I mean the damn book is like through the roof expensive. Like it's crazy rare, but it's just stupid expensive. But
have a good night, Mike.
Yeah, that Joker was just sitting there, and I was like, oh, I had a heart palpitation, and he was like, oh, it's a Mexican version, man. I was like, oh, dang. And it was only $30, so I should have known something was up. But I almost bought it anyway, even as the Mexican version, because like there's certain books that are so rare that even the Mexican printed versions are worth money. Like there's this Deadpool, or it's either a Deadpool book or a Wolverine book, but it's J. Scott Campbell, and Wolverine is in Deadpool's costume, and he's like got his claws sticking through the hand, and that book in a 980 is like almost $20,000, and it's a J. Scott Campbell modern ass book. That's how rare it is.
Dang.
And even the Mexican versions are like $100 raw. It's crazy, man. Now I got to figure out what that lizard book is.
Exactly. That's what it's there for. All right, man. Would you have anything else you want to talk about, or you want to cut it early tonight, go to sleep, and then do it all over again next week?
What is this book? We have to figure out what this book is. I got to know now. I can't remember.
What is it? Describe it.
So it's a modern book, and it's just got the lizard on the front. Oh, here it is right here. It's ASM 688, and it's a J. Scott Campbell.
I just read
this one right here.
I got it. I'm gonna share. I just read that. This is where Morbius sucks some blood.
It's 9.6 I'm looking at. It's a signature series. 1,800. It's a $1,900 book.
That's stupid.
The cover's cool as hell.
And why is it such a, like, I don't get it.
It's just super rare. I don't know why. Super scarce.
This is where Kurt Connors actually gets his brain back as the lizard, not this specific issue, and then he ends up just deciding to live as the lizard in prison. They actually make the lizard somewhat interesting when they turn him into a sentient being that kind of is a little bit more than just.
There's literally only 2 American versions of it on eBay. That's how freaking rare that book is, dude. And like, just because there's 2 on eBay doesn't mean it's not scarce or rare. Like, you think about all the people that sell comics on eBay all over the world. If there's less than 10 of them on there for sale, that book is hard as hell to find. I mean, people say, oh, there's 10 of them on eBay. Like, dude, that don't mean shit, though. Like, think about all the people on eBay that sell comics all over the world. And there's 10 available. Like, yeah, it's legit some rare stuff.
I'm still trying to figure out, like, why that one is such a big deal.
I have no idea. Unless it was just like a low print or some kind of, like, big incentive.
But, like, there's nothing major in the story. There's not a.
It's not about the story. It's about the cover, man. The variant. It's just like this. It's just like this one right here. This Wolverine one from 2010, J. Scott Campbell cover. It's a $20,000 9.8. Just because it's hard to find and it's a scarce book. $20,000 9.8. There's not a freaking raw copy on the planet anywhere online for sale. There are two graded copies. There's an 8.5 signature series signed by J. Scott Campbell for $15,000 or best offer, and a Blue Label 9.8 for $20,000. That's the only two on the planet that are for sale online anywhere. That I've seen. Because I looked everywhere last week and I couldn't find them. And there's another Deadpool variant like that. That's like Deadpool is like a breeding ground for low print, scarce ass variants that people are dying to get their hands on. Here's another one, Siege number 3, and it's J. Scott Campbell. But I mean, again, that book is big dollars all day long.
There's naked women.
Oh, raw. Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. And see, I wonder what that copy looked like too. If it was, how high grade it was, because that's like super cheap for that book, man. I saw somebody had one on Facebook comic book group not too long ago, and it was a raw, like, near mint copy, and somebody bought it for like $5 or $6 grand. Like, it sold for that. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy, man. Like, that's insane. Insane
in the membrane.
Like, when you got that many books that are outselling the first appearance by a hell of a lot. I mean, a raw unsigned copy of that Deadpool sold for more than you can move a New Mutants 98 CGC 9.8 right now. You can't sell one for $1,500 right now because they're all over for $1,500 and people ain't buying it. But you pull that Wolverine up and put it up for $1,500 for a 9.8, it wouldn't last 8 seconds. Yeah, you got it, Dan. No problem, dude. I'm glad somebody grabbed them, man, because I got hosed on those. Because he's talking about those Mexican versions of those helmet covers I bought last time I was out there in Huntsville. And I couldn't tell if they were Mexican versions because they had stuff saying you couldn't open the bags and boards in that shop. And I'm not going to say the name because I'm not crapping on the shop. We really like those guys. But I was just like, man, this kind of sucks. I can't open this up. And I get to the truck and I'm like, well, damn. But like I said, when I sold them, like, if you're just looking to put together a collection for the cover art, like, that's the best route to go because they're so cheap compared to the Gunn set that in the American version. So, but I'm about to start piling up Power Ranger stuff outside of my personal collection because when that Netflix stuff hits, man, if the market somehow makes a comeback pretty soon, or by then at least, Power Rangers are going to go flipping nuts.
Whew.
But I'm about to get about 10 books ready for customers at the shop for the Roy Thomas CGC signing.
Oh, you're going to do that for him?
Yeah. He's got about 10 different slabs he said that he needs done. So I told him I'd be done with Justin's in a couple of days, and I've got the majority of my stuff's done already. So I need to get my hands on another press. If I can have 3 running at one time, that'd be top notch. Because then I could get.
Do you already have 2?
No, I've only got 1. I need to get 3 though, because then I can do 6 books a day instead of 2.
Well, if you get good enough at it, I mean, you could just make that your job, pressing comics. Because if you're charging $15 a comic, just for modern.
Well, I mean, it would be a minimum 15, yeah. Because I mean, I put in probably 30 to 40 minutes, like on each book, easily. Yeah, like Justin's books, like that freaking Spider-Ham book. Oh my god, that thing was jacked up. That thing was jacked up.
Do you have it where you could show the tracks, the treads on it?
Yeah, I can go grab it.
Cool. And I just texted him to see if he heard anything. Guys, I'm so pumped. My Amazing Spider-Man volume #1 omnibus is on the way. And then I only need 1 to have all of those. So I'm pooper pumped. I'm pooper pumped. It's super duper pooper pumped. Super duper pooper pumped. I need a really cool Spider-Man statue. Any recommendations?
But not I recommend you don't buy one until you talk to me, because I know someone who is a dealer for Sideshow.
Oh, for real?
I mean, like it's like it just keeps getting like, it's like, oh, you can do that too. Awesome.
That's funny. You know what happened to Jim Mint? Because he was a dealer for Sideshow and then kind of quit.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you say that, I'm thinking jimmint.com. Remember, it used to be like a Sideshow kind of pass through?
Yeah. But I know a local guy that is.
Interesting. But none of their stuff, man, is like, they all want to do the movie stuff. They don't do classic.
I know. They finally did a comic book Captain America that I wished I would have pre-ordered it last year. And then when Jim showed it, I even told him, I was like, damn, I should have pre-ordered that. But it's still available, and I can get it cheaper than they got it for sale on the site. So that's cool. All right. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff out of this one, man. Like, there was a really, really bad heavy indentation right there on his knee. And I got that out. And then on the back here, there was this crazy crease that started like somewhere up here, and it like fish hooked up the whole cover. Like, it was way, way bad. Crazy. It was deep too, but I got that out. But yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about when I was telling Justin. It's got like it almost looks like freaking tread marks in it, and it's almost like where the printer grabbed it or something. But it literally looks like tire marks.
Oh yeah.
And I tried, like, I can't get it out with anything. And there's a little bit on the bottom there too. Crazy.
Probably was ink on the print.
Yeah,
on the print bills.
Like there's even here on this page, on the first page, like in the middle of the book there. Like, it's crazy.
It is a cool book though.
Yeah. But that's like, it's like I told him, like, when you're buying a book, man, that looks so much better. When you guys are buying books to get graded, man, like, don't just check the front cover, check the back cover. Don't just check the front and the back cover, though. Open them damn books up. Open them up, man. Look inside. Justin bought a Journey into Mystery book that he's been wanting. And I swear to God, I thought we looked at the inside, but apparently we didn't. Somebody's name's wrote right across the top of the front page when you open the book up. And you're going to get a hit for that. So you got to open these books up, because every page of the book is graded the exact same. Every page of the book is graded the exact same. Like, I bought a Spider-Verse #6, that really rare, hard to find Spider-Verse. Got a great deal on it. Really, really looked good. I thought I could probably get like a 9294. And I bought it off of Facebook. Didn't even think to have the guy send me pictures of the inside, because it's a newer book. Every single page, like an 1/8 of an inch off from the corner, all the way down, every single page is a color break. Every page. it's like a printing error. So I don't know if I'm going to get hit for it or not, but it was very frustrating to say the least.
There we go. I hit the wrong button. Aggressive relaxing. There is indeed.
Yes, there is. And like this, like the paper that was used like in this era, when you get back to like that really good quality paper, it's almost like I don't even know what you would call it, man, but the non-glossy, almost newspaper type paper, like that shit's hard to clean, man, because like that stuff, when it gets in there, it gets into them fibers good. It doesn't have that gloss finish that allows you to take the dirt and stuff off. But hell yeah, dude, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, for sure. All right, dude. I think it's time. I may have drank too much tequila. I put it in here. Can't taste it, surprisingly enough. Stupid idea. All right. Any last topics, questions, concerns would you like to know about my start in moonshining? Just kidding. My chicken was good. I did smoke a chicken.
Oh yeah, it turned out good. Right on.
Justin just sent us another one.
Let's see.
I'm just waiting to see if anybody has anything in the chat. Yes, I am a Moana fan. So, speaking of that, when my daughter was born, she was a wild butt. She would not go to sleep. She's wild. She still is wild. But we would play You're Welcome for Moana, and that would relax her, put her to sleep. So I bet you I've spent at least a couple thousand hours listening to that song. But big fan of the movie, and I got the shirt at Disney World. When did we go last? December, January? I don't remember.
Y'all go like every 3 months.
No, we are going this year again, and Josh is going to be there the full week before us. Because we were talking last week. He's like, "Oh, what week are y'all going?"
I will never go there and give them people my money. Hell no.
We're actually going to be there for 8 days this year. God bless my soul.
That just sounds miserable as hell.
Well, I don't think it'll be as bad this time because we're probably going to come back to the hotel and stuff. But anyways, can I see a magic trick? Dude, I have not practiced magic. It's been a long time. And yeah, dude, he found a Naruto box set. Kind of jealous. I'm not even going to, I'm already, I've had to stop everything else I'm reading to try to finish up Spider-Man super quick. But I'm not even, I've watched like 500 episodes of Naruto or however many there are. I don't know if I can read it all.
Oh my gosh.
What?
You and your animes.
I'm a big fan.
Oh, so I had one of the comic. There was only like 2 comic vendors there. There was Mario and this random one. And this guy tried to like basically accuse me of trying to like rip him off. And I had my blood boiling. Boiling. So he had like $2 boxes, $3 boxes, and then boxes just, vary prices. Then he had a small wall. So me and Britt are digging through the boxes. Well, I find a first appearance of Tosin second print in a $3 box. Well, okay, cool. It's like a $15 book, and a 980 is like $75. That's a no-brainer. I'm grabbing it. So Britt's settling up with him, and I go to give him the $3 for mine. He was like, "That's not a $3 book. It was in the bin marked $3. You didn't find it in there." And Britt said, "No, yeah, he did." I said, "Dude, I pulled it out of that bin. Right, that box right there is where I pulled it out of." He's like, no, because I've got a bunch of them on the wall over here. I'm like, dude, I ain't even been that close. I haven't even been in that area. Like, and literally his whole booth is like about about 5 square feet. I'm like, if I was at your wall, you would have seen me there because you were standing next to it. Like, I didn't even see them books up there, dude. And he's like, no. And I was like, give me my money. I took my $3. Said, here's your little book, bro. And I guarantee you what it was is he probably had all of them was in those $3 boxes, and he missed one.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, you ain't gonna sit here and accuse me of trying to rip you off over a couple bucks, bro. Like, kiss my like, no. That just had me so tore up too. I was ready to just flip his whole table over.
James, I'm about 4 months behind all of my current manga reading outside of. Yeah, actually, all of it. I haven't read My Hero, Black Clover, DBZ, nothing. I should spend some time tomorrow doing that, catching up on manga. I miss it. I mean, I've read Batman and some other things in One Piece, but it's not the same. What did you say, Dustin?
I wished I had more time to read.
Start reading on your way to work.
Yeah. Yeah, because that works out.
Now, I've probably read what's being printed since I read it all digitally, James. So I'm probably about wherever what's printed in. I think it was volume 31, 32. What are you at right now? Oh, Sakamoto Days. That's the big fat dude with the orange guy t-shirt. And then Gangsta's volume 2 back. I got to get that ordered before it goes back. Super pumped about that. That popped up out of nowhere, and I was like, dude, sweet.
I wished I had bought a Fantastic Four number 5 like 2 years ago. Damn it.
Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So I need to catch up on the app then. So I haven't seen anything lately. Last thing I remember is they're basically held up. I'm not gonna go into it because people are uninterested in it. But anywho's, I was hoping people thought we were frozen. You were sitting there. I was sitting there. I also pre-ordered the whole box set for My Hero Academia, even though I have it all.
Good Lord. At some point, enough is enough, Nick.
It's never enough. I literally have no more shelf space. I'm going to have to start moving bigger things off to put books on. I have no more manga space. It's glorious. Oh, okay. Okay. I know they're towards the end. I pulled the trigger on Demon Slayer set, and then I used a card that the what do you call it? The date had basically passed, and so it declined the expiration date. So it declined the DBZ box set and then the Demon Slayer. But whenever I reordered, I just did the DBZ because I've not read enough about it to know if I like it, because I was uninterested in the show, but I think the manga's probably better. All right, Dustin, I think it's time, dude.
Yep, for sure.
I hate your movie didn't work out.
Yeah, it's all good. We'll see it eventually. It's all good. I mean, I was wore the hell out anyway, so.
Did you work it? No, you just went to the con.
Yeah, I was up late as crap last night though.
Yeah.
And then up early this morning and late tonight, and then so yeah. But yeah, anything you guys see me showing coming back from CGC in any of these videos, guys, if you see anything that you're looking for, hit me up, because just about every bit of it is stuff that I'm trying to move. So
yep,
just hit me up. I'm not trying to turn our channel into a comic book speculation and selling channel, but I am trying to move into making. I'm trying to make a move to comic books for a career at some point. So if you see anything that I'm showing off in the videos coming up or past or whatever, hit me up. Let me know, because I'm trying to move it. And I got a bunch of raw stuff I'm trying to move too. So Wolverine fillers, Marvel Comic Presents, What If Volume 1 and 2. I got a bunch of stuff I'm trying to move, so if I can move it to you guys here, and we can work it out outside of places that give you fees and me fees and you more shipping, like, hey, let's work it out. So
100%. All right. Well, you guys, the best part of Two Brush Comics. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it out. James, you have a wonderful good night. And as always,
drink your beer through a funnel.
Huh?
Drink your beer through a funnel.
I don't know why, but I wanted to make a cocaine joke, but I couldn't think of one. We have hit the bottom of the barrel, folks.
Always clean your straw.
Y'all go check out Trinity. I think tonight. No, tomorrow. Yesterday was Trailer Park.
Yep. Yesterday was Trailer Park Live.
All right.
Yeah.
Go watch yesterday's Trailer Park
Live. To Second Street Marvel. That's my favorite YouTuber. So, speaking of favorite YouTubers, Perry is back. I was excited to see my man Perry back too. That was cool. But anyway, later, guys. Peace.